Hello and welcome everybody to the Hobby CNC with Dave show. Thank you much for tuning in tonight. I know it's likely to be a slim crowd tonight because there's some good football on TV tonight. At least in my neighborhood there is. So I've been watching some really good games, and there's one going on right now. So anyway, let me bring out the crew. We've got Ryan's back in the house, all done parading and stuff. So
quickly approaching Wolfman status.
There you go. There you go. Let's see. We got Sean in the house again, as well as Paul. And our special guest tonight is no stranger here to the Hobby CNC with Dave show, Mr. Bob Wood from Bob's CNC.
Hey, everyone.
So welcome everybody. Glad you're here. And before we get started talking with Bob, I wanted to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk about that Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge. It's getting a lot closer now because we've only got, officially kicks off Black Friday. So we're well into November now. So won't be long before we get started on that. So just a little reminder, get your stuff in. And last week, if you were here watching last week, you know that I talked about getting some sponsors and stuff, and had a bunch of people step up and offer up some stuff. So some gift cards and I think. Let's see, JR was going to do a 3-pack of the Genie bits of some kind. So, and Bob here even said he'd throw in a Quantum. So, Quantum CNC. So, we're going to talk about that tonight, find out what the lowdown is on that Quantum CNC. And can't wait to hear more about that. But, as always, we will also be doing our giveaway that's sponsored every week by Cody, who's out there in the chat at www.cadencemfgdesign.com. He sponsors the giveaway, and tonight, let me get the little thing going here, because he told me what he wants to give away tonight. We're going to be doing this one right here.
Nice.
Nice. Tapered ball nose. And that one is called, as you see there, it's called the Little B. So, of course, that means the hashtag, you guessed it, it's going to be hashtag Little B. So, I've already got the giveaway tool running over here. So, go ahead and throw those hashtags in there. Hashtag Little B, no spaces, just like you see it there. And you will be all good to go in the upcoming drawing. All righty, let's talk to Mr. Bob here. Bob, what's the scoop with this Quantum? It's something new. It's been out 2-3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, it's been out in 2 or 3 weeks. It was really kind of a frantic design for us. So. What happened, I guess, if you guys have been paying attention to what's with the world events, right? The Ukraine and Russia. So Russia is where a lot of the Baltic birch comes from. It's all of the Baltic states, but I think most of it actually is processed, at least the final stages, in parts of Russia. So it started to get expensive, and then all of a sudden it was like you can't get any. So we, there was one of our customers that found some at an auction at a prison. So we bought it and drove up to get it, so we were doing everything that we could do to get it in-house so that we could stay in business. But we knew, or we thought at that time, our time was going to end. So we thought, well, we better figure out a new design. So we decided to try to do it out of the domestic birch, which is only 3-ply, and really, if you ask me, it's more like 1-ply with 2 super thin veneers that you can sand through.
Yeah.
But, I thought, well, I'll just take it on as an engineering challenge, right? So decided to try to make everything about 20% thicker, bigger, and put a torsion box on it. Decided to go with some 9 millimeter wide belts instead of the 6 millimeter wide, because our the Evolution 5 was getting so popular. Also, one thing that we decided to put the router mount so that it has one screw in the front to pull in and pull out the router, because we had heard some of that. So, but it was all going to be out of domestic. And we built more than one, but my first one, after I got it together, it actually worked. It worked pretty good. And matter of fact, it was hard to put it in the dumpster once we started getting the Baltic birch chain back, right? Because it's like, I designed that, right? I hate throwing stuff away anyway, but so I went back through the design and changed all the 5 millimeter having slots to 6 millimeters, and moved the bolt hole down, a half a millimeter. And after about the third time of, making screw ups, I finally got one that would bolt together. And so we started testing, and we made, Keith was really wanting to go for it. So we kind of put a line in the sand and said, we're going to stop making Evolutions and we're going to start making Quantums. And, we just continue to make Quantums, and now we're all Quantum. So for those of you who know the Evolution, it was the 3, which was the small one, the 4, which was the most popular, the common, which is the 2 foot by 2 foot. Then we had the Evolution 5, which is the 2 foot by 4 foot. We renamed them. So it's the Quantum Mini is the 16 by 16. The Quantum is the 24 by 24. And the Quantum Max is the 24 by, it's actually 50.5, actually is the way that it worked out. So, yeah. So, it was a mistake.
Yeah. Cody's blaming you for the CNC obsession.
I'm sorry, Cody. I know you've had like 3 or 4 different kinds now. I think he likes the Onefinity is the one that he stuck on. So, but I always like to tell everybody that Cody started on one of our E series. So get him addicted.
Heck yeah. Nice. So where did the Quantum name come from?
That's a marketing thing, and
it's a marketing.
I don't know.
Marketing guy.
My very first product when we started BobsCNC was actually a 3D printer, right? And it was called RP9. My name is Robert. My wife's name is Pam, and it was the 9-3 Vision, right? So when we started the next project, it was the KL. That was my middle name and her middle name. And it was the third at that time, the KL3. We're on the KL7. And then, the E series was really just, it was an engraver. So, and then marketing came along, and we got Evolution and Revolution and Quantum. And we got a Bandit coming out, and an Outlaw, and an AR router for assault router,
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But anyway, so those will be out in the future, I suppose. But,
yeah, that's funny that you use your initials and names and stuff like that. When I did my stuff, all the stuff I've designed, I usually did it in SolidWorks, and I would give everything part numbers, and all the part numbers are significant dates for me.
Oh, okay.
And most of the time, I have to say I'm probably just a wee bit superstitious. So my part numbers would go 1 through 12, and then skip 13 and go to 14 through however many parts it needed to be. So if you look at a set of my drawings, 13 is always missing.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't know if I've ever made it to a 13 revision. So, but you name your individual part numbers, right?
Yeah.
Well, we have an internal. One of our ladies came up with an H for hardware, so we started with H1 and worked all the way through. I think we're on H90 something now, and SB for spoil board. So we have some kind of system, but I just try to hold on and understand as little as possible, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you want me to show a picture of
Sure.
the quantum? Let me get this up over here. And let me share my screen here.
Well, while you're doing that, Dave, just all of our best to the marketing guy, good old Keith. Can't wait to see him back up and moving again.
Yeah. I hope he has a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
We do appreciate all your prayers and thoughts, for sure.
Yeah. And you know, don't take this the wrong way, Bob, but the shop talks are just different without Keith.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
They are a lot different without Keith.
Yeah.
So, all right, I've got this. Let's see. I guess we can start with this little one. This is the, what'd you call this one? The
Yeah,
mini?
it's the mini, the Quantum Mini. So it's a 16 by 16, but it has all of the same stuff. It's just a different size, you know. And then you go up to the 24 by 24, and then the 24 by 50.5. You'll notice that it does. I guess I should have mentioned that. We paid for tooling for an aluminum extrusion, so we have a T-slot that's aluminum in these now. So the new models come with a T-slot aluminum spoil board. So, you know, in between. So, and you can kind of see that in the picture, I guess.
Gotcha.
But
now, for those folks who might be watching that have the, have the Evolution series, Evolution series, however you say it. What is like the biggest difference? Are these just beefier, or what's the big difference between an Evolution and a Quantum?
Yeah, I can go through the changes. You know, one is the aluminum T-slots. The belts went from 6 millimeter wide to 9 millimeter wide. The router mounts from the front instead of the back. The Y stepper motor is actually behind the Makita now, so it's in the Y carriage. So the belts are run the same, the X and the Y belts. So the belts actually got to be shorter on the Y, so it doesn't make a loop anymore. And we came up with a real positive way to make sure the belts stay tight. So then, you know, the obvious question, or at least the one that I've been asked okay, so we're going to, there's a torsion box underneath the spoil board. If you were to raise it up, I think there's videos of that out there, or you can just look in the manual. But the question that people ask, they say, Bob, is, you know, I got this Evolution, now this Quantum, you know, how much faster and deeper can I cut? You're not going to really see that much improvement. I mean, it's, you know, maybe a 10% improvement, but it's not going to be, you know, all of a sudden it's a $50,000 machine. It's just not going to be that. Right. But so, you know, if you have an Evolution, that's a good machine. This one really was, I put all the work into it. It had some improvements that we wanted to make, you know, so we just decided to go ahead and switch over. So.
Okay. Now let me let's see, there we go. Get Bob back front and center. What, are there any differences between the Evolution and the Quantum as far as the assembly goes? I mean, looking at it, it looks like it's kind of made the same, you know, assembles the same way, but having put together one of your Revolution machines, I know there's some tricky little things. If you don't have one of those magnet tools,
you're going to want a magnet. Yeah,
you are lost. You about got to have a magnet.
You know, Keith uses that. I never do. I don't know. I just put the screw in there and tighten it up, and he complains and whines. And
when I was doing when I was putting that Revolution together, it was just taking me forever, and I'm like, there's got, you know, and I didn't want to do the tape thing. I know you'd mentioned putting tape and stuff, and I'm like, I think I'll try that, because I have one of those magnets that you pull out. It's like a pin. And after I got that, I'm like, yeah, this is the way to go right here. Bob should include a magnet with every kit because it makes it so much easier to put those things. So I didn't know if the Quantum was kind of the same way. Is it the same kind of hardware and stuff like
Exactly
that?
the same hardware. However, again, because everything was 20% bigger, plus we did a torsion box, there's, sorry to say this, but there's a lot more screws now that you have to put in. So there's even more screws put in. So.
Got you.
Yep.
All right. Well, I know just looking at the, let me pull this back up here, but when I turn this one sideways, the, what'd you say this is, Quantum Max?
Yes.
That sucker just looks huge.
Actually, we have one customer that's already made a 2x6. So actually a little over 6, right? He just bought another extension kit and just added it on. So yeah.
How does that work with the side rails and stuff like that?
Well, you have to buy longer side rails, but I'll tell you where you can source them. I mean, you can get them from the Master Car. I'll tell you the size and stuff. Then you have to get longer belts, right? But it's really pretty easy to extend. So
that's cool. Yeah, I could see like in the work that I do, having one that's a 2x6 would be, for the sign making that I do would be pretty cool. Right. Because that's what I do with my Gatton.
Okay, now I'm looking at the back side of this little one here. I mean, they all basically the same as far as the gantry.
Yep.
And is it just me, or does that gantry look a little taller than
that? Yeah, everything was about 10 to 20% larger, right?
Okay.
So it's a bigger machine than the Evolution, right? Because it was designed to use 5mm plywood instead of 6, and 3-ply instead of 5. So yeah, it's pretty solid when it's together, especially with the torsion box. I don't know if there's probably some in the manual, but I don't know if people are interested. They can look in the manual, look at our Facebook. But yeah, we tried to do everything that we could to make sure that it would have the performance of the Evolution, using that birch plywood that was the 3-ply, right? And again, that 3-ply really was more like a 1-ply, because those veneers are so thin. Where the Baltic birch actually has nice even plies. It sure seems like we ought to be able to make that here in the U.S. Some kind of.
Yeah. I know sometimes I get so frustrated at, we don't make anything.
I know it.
It's just, and I try to look for stuff that's made around here. Yeah. But a lot of times, even when you find a company locally, like Texas or Florida or something like that, a lot of their stuff is still coming from over there. It's just they're using that manufacturing. It's very rare you find somebody that sells it here and makes it here. So,
right.
It's
So what happened with all the junky 3-ply stuff? What did you do with it?
We'd buy like 10 or 12 sheets, but I mean, we used it.
So you didn't.
And I think, we may have, I mean, I did. I left it there. I thought, I'm going to take this home and put it in my shop. Of course, I have a CNC there that I never use anyway because I'm always here. But I kept it for one. I said, no. So we took the motors off of it and chunked it in the dumpster. Right. Wow. But it actually worked well. It's just that, I mean, I already.
It wasn't the wood that you wanted to use. Yeah.
Yeah. I already get enough harassment that it's made out of wood now, it's like nah, I don't really want to do that. But,
was the thinner plywood, is that the reasoning for the torsion bar or the box? Or
absolutely, yeah.
But it's nice to see that you're keeping it, though.
It's like, it's actually an extra half a sheet of plywood, a 5x5 is what it comes in, but that we have to make. So the laser time is a little bit longer. Right, but we just have to keep them running more. But it's. I think it'll be a good machine for us.
Okay. We give a shout out to JR over there at Trade Skillers Anonymous. He hit us up with a super chat. He says, go have a look at Bob CNC Sports the Christmas Project with a giveaway and visit Cadence Manufacturing for bids. He's our weekly supporter. And all of that statement is true. It is exactly true.
Can't sue him for life.
And if you notice, JR's thing looks a little different because he's got that little icon or whatever that thing out there. And that is because JR is a channel member. So thank you very much for joining the channel. I've enabled my channel memberships just the other day. And I think JR was channel member number 2, if I remember correctly. Alan was the only one that beat you, JR. So,
Dave, how do you go about becoming a channel member for you?
How does one become a channel member?
Yes.
Well, I'm probably going to get the weird effect, but if you're watching on YouTube right now, if you just look right beside my picture and it says my name and just go a little bit to the right, you'll see a join button. Mm-hmm. So if you join that, and when you hit join, it doesn't join you like right then. It brings up the thing where you can select what amount of support you want to support the channel with. And of course, it will also list the different perks that you get as a channel member. So you can read through those and decide what level, or you don't have to join at all if you don't want to. But there is going to be some content, mostly with this thing right here behind me tonight. That's going to be for a members only thing, and other people that don't want to be a channel member, they'll get to see that content. They just won't get to see the live, raw, uncut version
behind the scenes
when I'm doing it in the live stream. But and then there'll be some other videos and stuff too that, like I said, everybody will get to see everything eventually, but the channel members will of course get priority and get to see most everything first. So that's how that works. Let's see. I thought I saw something else here in the chat too. Oh yeah, we got another super chat from that same guy. He says, if you want to rock a hat like Sean, super chat.
Thank you, JR.
All right. Here we go. Appreciate the super chats, JR. Appreciate it a bunch. All right. If anybody out there in the viewing audience has any questions for Bob, we won't hog him the whole time. If anybody's got any questions. Bob was, like I said, last week, he sent me an email and said that he would do a Quantum CNC for the challenge prize. So we've got, that really ups the game for everybody else, I think, because that's quite a thing. So if anybody, and I know I see them out there in the chat all the time, people going, yeah, I like to watch this, but I wish I had a CNC. Well, there you go. Figure out, go to a makerspace or something and use somebody else's CNC if you don't already have one to get in on the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge. And I haven't really, I kind of just mentioned it briefly, but since we're talking about it here, here's kind of the gist of it. This is like the 7th one we've done, the 7th annual Christmas challenge. I do this every year. And it's a challenge for folks who have a CNC, and it can be a CNC router. It can be a CNC laser, whether it be a CO2 or a diode laser. It can be a 3D printer. Anything that's technically a CNC can be used, but the goal is to get out in your shop, shoot a short video making a Christmas themed project. And when I say Christmas themed, I mean stuff like, a Santa Claus or a reindeer or a Grinch or elves or, a Christmas tree or, Christmas ornaments. There's a million different things you could make. And if anybody
Would that work? Advent calendar?
That would work. That would work.
Surely,
In fact, we
Bruce
had
would work.
somebody make one of those one year in one of the challenges a couple of years back. But if you need some inspiration, all you have to do, I mean, you're already here at my YouTube channel. If you look at the playlist, I have a playlist that has all of the years from, let's see, 2016 was the first one, every year. And each one of those has, 15 to 20 videos in each playlist. So you can watch through those and see the projects that other people have made, if you needed to get, get some ideas. Or, a really easy way is just go look at Pinterest or Etsy and stuff like that. My gosh, there's like so much stuff on there. In fact, as I'm scrolling through Facebook, you see, of course, we're getting close to Christmas, so the ads are really heavy now. But I do screenshots of things because you know how it is. It's just like when you go to a store and you're walking around the store, maybe with your wife or your girlfriend or something, and she's looking at something, pick something up, and you always go, I can make that. We all do it. So it's like when I see the ads, I'm like, ooh, that's cool. I'm going to take a screenshot of that because I bet I could draw that up and make that myself. But anyway, we got some stuff going on over here. What's going on over here?
Well, when you were talking about the membership thing, I just went ahead and became a member for your channel because it was so easy to do.
It is super easy. Like I said, you just click the join, select what tier you want to support the channel at, and just like that, you're going to be getting all those perks that are going to be coming up.
And Jamie also became a new member too while we were
all right. Appreciate that, Jamie. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
This weird guy, Sean, that's also a channel member, also did a super sticker.
All right. Appreciate that, Sean. Appreciate that.
Let's keep them coming.
Just got all kinds of stuff going on. I kept seeing stuff.
JR's back at it again. It released fatigue without undue stimulation. And AIDS digestion. I need the AIDS digestion.
Yeah. Well, let me just do this since we're kind of talking about the channel membership things. I don't want to take up all of Bob's time here, but one of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a live stream on Wednesday nights. I haven't really set the time, but I keep telling everybody 8:30 because I'm pretty sure that's when it's going to be. It's going to be 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, which of course next week when the first one starts, it'll be out on that crummy time because we got to fall back tomorrow. But anyway, here's the thing. The show is going to be called, or I should say the live stream. It's not going to really be a show. It's more like a good old fashioned hangout. And I'll be live. I'm going to be making stuff with the CO2 laser, and it's going to be called Laser Distractions. And I'm calling it that because, I mean, good Lord, look around. We got all this political mess. We've got the stuff in Ukraine. We got, they're talking about the threat of nuclear war. We got all this stuff going on. And I need a distraction. So that's going to be my distraction. I'm going to be out here on Wednesday nights doing a live stream. Any channel member can come hang out with me. Hopefully you've got a CO2 laser and you can answer some of my questions because I'm still new at this stuff and I'm having an absolute blast playing around with this thing.
They're pretty cool machines for sure.
It is. It's really, really nice. I'm also, and I have to give a big shout out to OwnTech because they, I'm partnering with them and I'm an affiliate. So I don't think I have it at the bottom of this live stream, but I have an affiliate link and also a discount code so that, or they call it a coupon code, I think. But if anybody is wanting to look at an OhmTech, any of their products, you could go there, use my link, and get a discount with that. But yeah, I'm super excited to have one of these in my shop. And when I started thinking about all this, I'm like, well, I might just because I like doing live streams. I like them a lot better than doing videos, because if you're a YouTuber and do videos, you know how it is. Anything you go to shoot takes 3 times as long than if you weren't doing a video. So I'm going to be doing that video, and then I will also, the folks that aren't channel members, they'll still get to see that live stream, only it will be previously recorded. It'll be edited and cut down, maybe even split up into 2 or 3 different little videos. So like I said, even if you don't want to become a channel member, you'll still get to see that content. But one thing you won't get to do is be there live and ask questions and have fun and all that. So that's,
Hey, Dave,
yes.
can you tell us a little bit more about that laser? What size it is, how much it costs, and all that? I mean,
It is a OhmTech. The designation they give it is AF 2435-80. The AF stands for autofocus, which basically means it has a little sensor, and you can raise and lower the bed with the buttons. You don't have, it's got a chain that wraps around a 4 lead screw, so it will raise the bed up and down instead of having a knob like the manual ones do. The 2435 simply means that it's the bed size is approximately 24 by 35 inches, or for my metric friends, 600 by 900 millimeters. And then, of course, the -80 means that it is a 80-watt laser. And I don't know what else to tell you. It runs. Now, like I said, OhmTech sent me this one. So this one, I think, still retails for right about $47.50, I believe, on the thing. But it's they're really comparably priced with in fact, they're quite a bit less than some of the bigger well, I won't mention any names, but the ones that are out there that are a lot more expensive.
So does it have a controller on it that you can just feed it a DXF file or a picture? Or?
Well, it's got this one uses the Ruida controller.
Yep. Okay.
And you can see I've got some sawhorses set up there, and you can see my laptop sitting over there. I use Lightburn with it.
Okay.
So
you don't use their software?
No, they send the little thumb drive thing, and it's got RD Works.
Yeah, that's what.
And I have not even looked at that.
Okay.
Other than I know that I saw it on the thumb drive. I haven't even looked at it because I had already been using Lightburn with. Okay. I have a O'Toole Laser Master 2 Pro diode laser, and then another company in Joywood a couple of weeks ago sent me another diode laser. So with both of those, I'd been using Lightburn.
Right. And
if you've ever used Lightburn after using some of that free stuff like Laser Gerbil or,
right,
I can't really speak to RD Works because I haven't used it, but other people always tell me that.
That's what we use, but basically we have a DXF layout. So we go in there, but it has some nice repair tools. So, and you can also optimize the tool path fairly easy with it. So that is kind of nice. But it is nice having a laser. If you're doing a project, you could just lay it out really quick and then run in there, plug it in, download it, and just start cutting.
Mm-hmm. What are you using to edit your files prior to?
So I have the paid version of Design Spark Mechanical. It's called Space Claim. And all I really do is I build 3D models. So I don't do anything in 2D work, right? But when I get done with my models, I put them on a layout, just nest them, and then save a DXF file. And that DXF file goes straight to the laser, right?
Okay.
So it's really easy because once you have a layout, if you change a part, then it's automatically updated in the layout. So you just, change, go for it. So,
I've been running from Corel to RD cams, which
okay.
is it or not RD cam, but RD works, and it works pretty good. It's time for a change though. I'm liking the light burn.
Yeah. Well, for us, it really is a matter of once we get a design settled like the Quantum, it hasn't even been optimized yet, but once we know that all the files are good, right? All the holes are in the right spot exactly, then we can go through and optimize that laser and take time out. Now, if you're just, doing it by yourself, doing one, but when you're running, we run 6 machines, like, 10 hours a day, that extra 3 minutes on each machine, it becomes valuable, right? So we optimize those, and that's why I like the RD Works. It's not, I guess it's not super great, but I know how to use it to get it optimized.
Exactly.
So.
All right, so Bob, I want to ask you some geeky questions because, like you, a little while ago, you guys put out a video of, I think it was a short or something like that of your packaging process. That was cool. I watched that thing so many times because I was like, man, that is awesome way of everything that's laid out. So, but my first question about it, in case anybody's wanting to know what I'm talking about, Bob put out this video. It was a real short one, but it was kind of an overhead shot of the shipping station, and one of your workers was there pulling the boxes for each of the different things going down, and then in sending it out. And it was a Quantum that was just being released at that moment. So my question about that thing was, do you have all your machines on that rack, or was that just a Quantum specific rack?
That is a Quantum specific rack. So,
okay. So you have different ones for the other machine too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that one, Quantum, is really our highest volume. So that's the one that gets all the attention. So, but yeah, that's I'll tell you a story, just a manufacturing story. So we started in my garage, and we had like one big laser and one about the size Dave has, or half size, right? And then we were making these parts in my garage, but there was a 4 foot by 4 foot table. And the girls, my wife and Keith's wife, they would grab all the parts from in the shop, and they would bring them to the table, and they would put them in the box, and they would tape it up. It took us like maybe 10 or 12 minutes to box one, right? So, we have more space, and I want to say, okay, here's what I want to do. Well, no, we want a little 4 foot square table, and we're going to put, no, that's not what we're going to do. And they got, angry, right? So I finally said, okay, everybody here that has manufacturing experience, go ahead and raise their hand. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So, I showed them on, because it's modeled in, Space Claim, right? So, and I showed them what we were going to do. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it, right? But once they got it built, and they realized, we can build a box in less than a minute now, right? So we can package one. So, and not only that, is they don't have to do it, right? So Ashley is the one that you saw in that video running that line, but it was just, they fought it. It's just people hate change, right? So they wanted to do it their old way. But that one, yeah, you build the box with some skateboard rollers, right? To get it there, you put all the parts in, throw some of the void fill material, the cardboard, and then close it up. And when we get ramped up for Christmas, when we're at our busiest, she can still keep up, and every once in a while, we'll go in there and help her out a little bit if she gets behind. But
so you guys custom built that thing yourselves?
Yeah, it's actually we didn't really.
Shit.
These parts you can buy. It's called Flex Pipe.
Yeah.
Go look up Flex Pipe, and they have all the tools that you can do. You still got to design it and everything.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
Get tapers machines.
I thought that was I was positive that thing was you ordered it from some company or something.
Nah,
that is cool.
We do we're poor man shop, right? We do all of our stuff ourselves.
Let me interrupt you guys just for a second because
sorry about
somebody suggested that I screen share that video and I'm trying to find it. Bob, was that an Instagram
It would
post?
probably be Facebook, but
Yeah, I think it was on Facebook because I don't do the gram.
yeah, I don't do any of them. So I saw it when Kristen showed it to me, but
Okay, well I'm looking on
Okay.
Facebook right now trying to find it, but
yeah, I think it would if you look at the. Well, I guess I could help you.
let me
But-
just go to the thing and go because I don't know where it would. It had to have been about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I guess.
Yeah, somewhere about there, and it would be not on the Bob CNC where we have the main page on our Facebook.
Oh, so it'd be on your. Okay, so it's not in the Facebook group. It's the.
Yeah, the Bob CNC thing, I believe.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
think
there it is. I got it. It's if you go to
Okay,
the Bob
can you
CNC
screen share it, Bob?
I don't know how to do that either. Now you're gonna embarrass me. Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Look down at the bottom, and it should say present,
Present.
and
Okay.
then click on that, and then say screen share, and then make sure you just click on that screen, and then I'll click it in.
Okay, and then I go to Facebook. Are you there yet? I'll make that big.
It should be popping up here when you tell it to share. I'm not seeing it yet.
Okay, I'm full screen. Am I not sharing?
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, it hadn't popped up yet.
Okay, let me go back to the. Okay.
You got to go to present,
Sorry,
share,
yeah, I'm
and then-
I'm a little slow here.
and
but
then
that's
select
okay.
which screen it is. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Okay, then I go do this.
There you go.
Yeah.
This
This
little
is-
box has little skateboard wheels on it so that we can fold up the box. We have this little machine that makes us engineering cardboard corners. Notice how she's got music in her ears.
Yeah, I was impressed when I saw that because I'm thinking, well, those machines have so many different parts. You'd have to be
Yeah.
organized to make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
you got all the right stuff in the box.
Yeah, she's good. She hardly ever misses anything. Here you can see the skateboard wheels really good on that one. So when she pulls one of those things out, it brings another one, slides it in there so it holds it for her.
Yeah.
That's slick.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, I can't even remember. I watched it like 5-10 times. I was just like, this thing is so cool. What a great layout.
Yep, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Very cool. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Ryan looks like he's got a few questions tagged here. Let's see. 3D
Yep.
HB says, Dave Gatton, did the damage leave a dent on the laser? It did, and I don't know if you can. Let's see if I can do this. Now, if you can't quite see it, right here, you see a little block of wood? I have a long clamp, like a C-clamp, and I'm pulling down on that side because it's actually this right here that got shoved over. And so back, if I can get my hand back, that blue part across the back, if anybody has a laser, they know that that's the compartment where the tube is. And when I would go to raise that up, it would rub right there because it had pushed this part of the cabinet over. So I've got that C-clamp, and that's why that little block of wood is on there, is I'm got it tightened down to pull it down. And when I do that, then I can raise that and open to get to the laser tube without scratching anything up. It's got a little bit of a dent, but if you've seen the little short I did the other day, my first ever YouTube short, by the way, it was cutting like butter. Is all I can say. So nothing, nothing's damaged with the machine. The machine itself is fine, and it's unfortunate that in my videos I talk about it. You could tell from the little hole in the crate that it was somebody that hit it with one fork of a forklift.
Oops.
Hit it just enough to push it over, and of course you couldn't tell there was any damage until you took it out of the crate and saw that. But it's not enough to worry me any. As long as it's cutting the way I got it cutting, I'm quite happy with it.
Dave, you probably realize this, but if you use too much power on that laser tube, because it has plenty, the life of it goes to poo really fast, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
In fact, they have like on their website, and I don't remember the exact numbers. I have to look at them, but it's like if you use less than 40% or less, you should expect about 8,000 hours out of the tube, and then it drops down to 4,000 hours if you use, I don't know, 60 to or less, and then I think if you use 80 or less, it drops down to a couple thousand. So one of the first things I did is I ran a what they call the power line test, and jotted down, because right here, you can't see it, it's out of the shot, but right here is a little gauge with the milliamps.
Yep.
So I got online to see what the max milliamps for this tube is, and then did the line test for each percentage. I write down how many milliamps it is, so I know how far I can go.
Yep.
So yeah, I want it to last as long as I can get it to last.
They hurt, man, when you have to replace them. I mean, they're an expensive
Yeah.
tube. So
I'm on 3, tube
Yeah.
number 3.
Yeah.
Easy, yeah.
So how expensive is a tube?
Well, we have 130 watts, with the max 150, but they're around, $800 or so. And, we always keep 2 or 3 spares, right? So that we don't run. But yeah, when they go bad, you're like, you want to cry,
Yeah. Well, you must go through them pretty quick, because I've heard somebody say that it's not like if you just buy a laser and then you go, oh, well, I want to have a spare tube. They don't recommend you do that, because they say the shelf life of a tube, it can go bad just sitting around. So, they say don't get a spare one until you're starting to get close on your thing. But I would imagine you guys go through them pretty.
I haven't heard that, but some of them probably been there for 3 or 4 months. But yeah, whenever we go use one, we buy one, right? So, but I actually thought I wonder if you could just cut the little place off where they fill it and bend it over and put a little rubber stopper in there of some sort, and then go to your neon shop and see if they could refill them.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't tried that yet because I'm too busy doing too many other things, but it's like, what, if you could do that, you could probably, by the way, if anybody wants to start a business, you should try this, because there's enough of us out there now for these little 80 and 100 and 120 watt lasers that you could probably make hey, you got to give me a good core.
Yeah, give me a core.
Laser for $100 or $200 and make good money.
Yeah.
Isn't it Epilogue that it's all aluminum and you can regas it?
Yeah.
If I'm right, yeah.
But you ought to be able to regas the glass one too. I mean, it's not tempered glass, right? So you ought to be able to, cut the little nipple off there and put some kind of. You'd have to design something that would hold it, but pull a vacuum, throw some fresh CO2 in there, and I don't know if that would work or not. It's just theory.
I don't see why not.
They make them somehow.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean the glass is still good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Dan's asking if that's an ATM in the corner back there behind me. No, I wish it was, but it's not.
If
The
you
government gave
do
it to him so he could print his own money.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you do a super sticker, he'll put a couple bucks in there.
Yeah. JR is asking what thickness of plywood can you cut through? so far I have only cut through 1/4 inch, and actually a lot of the stuff I've ran that I found really cuts nice is these Lowe's 1/4 inch poplar boards. I had some of those laying around that were 1/4 inch thick, and that's what I'm cutting in that YouTube short video that I did the other day. So, but from what I can understand, other people that have this same model, the 80 watt, can easily cut 1/2 inch plywood, and maybe even, if they want to, they cut like 3/4 inch pine or something. But I think probably most of the stuff I want to do with it is going to be
That's
1/8 inch and 1/4 inch material. I don't really, if I'm going to do anything really thick, I got a CNC sitting right here, So,
Sean, you do that on a laser?
I did. Yeah, this I did,
Okay.
and that's just the fence post, dry fence post, and it cut through it the first shot.
Yep.
So yeah, you can do a lot with it.
Is there a way to test the tube to see how much more time you got left on it? I hadn't heard anybody
I don't know.
talk about that. There is
It just gets kind of weak. Well, Bob, they just get weaker and weaker, right? Is that
And when they
it's going back?
we start getting weaker, we crank them up. If they're dead anyway, we're going to get that last little bit of life out of them until they don't do anything anymore, right? So
Squeeze it.
Now, I'm pretty sure I like I said, I'm still fairly new to, really new to this, but even the diode lasers that I've been playing around with Lightburn, I still got a whole lot to learn about Lightburn, because I'm finding out something new every time I come out here. But I'm pretty sure there's somewhere in there, there's like a maintenance page or something, and you can tell how many hours you got on your machine. Because, you have like mine, when I go to Lightburn, I have 3 different machines, because I have 2 diodes, and then I have this one. So you can select the machine and go to that, I guess it's a maintenance page or something, and it'll tell you how many hours you've run that. So, that it's still a crapshoot, I guess. But if you know your tube and you go, well, I'm staying below this percentage, so I should get this many hours. You should be able to look at that and tell when you're getting close.
And not all tubes are equal. There's certain brands that are known for good hours, and certain brands that are known for junk, no matter what you do. So,
yeah.
Do you know what tube you have there, Dave, or no?
It's one of those glass ones. It's got, I don't know the thing. It's an F2 something, and it's, I looked on the OhmTech website, and they have a little thing, and you go by the F2. And again, I'm going from somebody's YouTube video that I watch. That's how I learn everything I know, is watching YouTube University videos. So, but yeah, like I said, I checked that to find out what the max milliamp is, and then I ran that test so that I can make sure. And the stuff I'm cutting, like when I was doing that YouTube short the other day, my max milliamp is supposed to be about 28 milliamps. And when I was cutting that 1/4 inch poplar, it was like 8-9 milliamp. So it's, not much anything to cut that. And that's really the kind of stuff I like to cut, the 1/4 inch, and I'll be doing some 1/8 inch too. So the kind of stuff I'm looking forward to making is all going to be that. It's not going to really be the thick stuff.
That tube should last few years.
Yeah,
I hope so.
yeah, I should do the whole 8,000 if you're going to do 8 milliamps. Yeah,
if not more.
Yeah.
I think I run my K40 at like 11.
Right.
It needs to, though.
All righty. Has anybody else got any questions for Bob? I see we've got some new members here. Thank you all so much for, I know I've missed some. Dave Clemens has joined.
I put them up there as I saw them.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That's a super sticker from Sean. Yeah, I saw they were all loaded up here a while ago. Okay, we got
Yeah.
Jerry's signed up. Looking forward to seeing you in that live stream, Jerry. Dennis is here. Appreciate you guys signing up and come hang out. It should be a lot of fun, I think. I think it will be. But anyway, if nobody has any other questions for Bob, we will go ahead and do our little giveaway here. Let's see, we've got well over 100 folks watching. Let's see how the giveaway tool's doing. We've got, let me bring it back up here. Give folks some time to get in here. Put hashtag little b. It's going to be a, where'd it go? This one right here. The little b is the 1/8 tapered ball nose. Another awesome bit from Cadence Manufacturing and Design, our good buddy Cody, who sponsors this live giveaway every single week.
I actually, try to sign up for one, and then I finally started thinking, you know what, I don't need to. We buy them and sell them for, BobsCNC, so I just go get one. Since I never win anyway, so.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, there's a question for you, for Bob. What do you think of the MKS DLC32V2 board to run Gerbil on a CNC? That was a lot of letters.
That's a
I
mouthful.
played with it a little bit, but not too much. I like the simplicity of the Uno board, and I like the Raspberry Pi, right? Because it's been established, and it's a nice, easy computer, and it does everything that I need to do. So, I don't know enough about it to give a good or a bad or a thumbs up or a thumbs down on it, but I know there's some people that are using it. So
cool.
All right, we're up to 83. I'll give it another few seconds here before we hit the drawing thing.
All right. Well, here's another good question for us. What's a good free program to take DXF file to G-code?
my favorite is the Estocam. It's not free, but it can be, but it's only like $59. Basic Cam will do that. The Open Builds will do that. F Engrave will do that. What do you guys use?
I use K40 Whisperer, which doesn't have to just be for a K40. It can do whatever.
Yeah, and I use Lightburn if it's going to be a laser job, and of course VCarve Pro if it's going to be a CNC router job.
Okay, VCarve is not free, but okay.
Oh, is that what he was asking? Free?
Free.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I can't help with that. If I bought it, I'm going to use it. So,
And speaking of VCarve, it is so easy to go to BobsCNC.com and purchase VCarve directly from Bob's website.
Well, thanks, Ryan, for the.
It's so easy that I did that earlier in the show too. So
You're on the ball,
simple.
Ryan.
So I have made the jump from all free software to now paying for some software.
Welcome.
okay. You will.
I won't be able to use it for months, but I do have it now.
Hey, practice.
Yeah. Well, you'll like it. There's a reason that the
It's
paid
popular.
stuff costs money. It's
It's
good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
It's good
It'll
stuff.
do what you need it to do.
Yeah. All right. I think we're just about, well, we were on 83. We're at 84 now, but I think we're good to go here. So we're going to go ahead and hit this. Good luck, everybody. And here we go.
Come on, free. Who's going to get it? Who's it going to sit on?
Not Bob Wood.
Oh, it's going to sit on Ray. Oh, yay, David.
David.
There you go,
David.
David.
Congratulations.
Nice.
David.
Congratulations, sir.
Good deal.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations. That's pretty awesome.
Always fun to And while I'm giving shout outs and stuff, I might as well give a shout out to StreamYard because it makes streaming so easy. That's why I love to live stream versus shoot videos. It's so easy. But this is their giveaway tool that they developed and started using it because they do like a Sunday town hall thing. For me, it's at 9:00 on Sunday evenings. And they do a little 30-minute thing and they talk about the new features they're adding to the StreamYard app and stuff like that. And they would use this giveaway tool to, they always put hashtag the yard. That's what you had to put in if you were watching that town hall. And I mean, it's just a cool way to give stuff away. And then so many people wanted it. They go, okay, well, we'll just put it up here and anybody can use it. So big shout out to StreamYard because I love that feature. That's one of my favorite things about StreamYard. Of course, the other one is probably, being able to do stuff like this and post comments on the screen, because a lot of them you can't really do that as easily. So, but anyway, Ryan has now put up our big sponsor here, Cody Elkins from, you going to say it with me?
Gatton's Manufacturing and Design.
I'll let you say it. I always have trouble spitting that out. It's www.
There was 113 people that didn't win, but they can all go to Gatton's Manufacturing and Design and order your own Jenny Bit.
Yeah.
Support our friends that support us.
I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go walk over there and get
Except
one
for
that I
Bob.
already bought. I have a good selection even.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cody, for always helping us out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Every stinking week. And he's been doing it a long time now. It's been a while.
I know. Did he, he didn't give you an end to the contract? I mean, this is a lifelong contract.
I was telling him the other day, just let me know when you're ready to quit or whatever. And he's going to keep it going. So
I may have gone to his house with a baseball bat and used a threatening tone, but it was not intended that way.
Cody's a good dude for sure.
Yeah, he is.
For sure.
We dig you, Cody.
Here's a question for you, Dave, before we roll out of here. What's the email address? Just send photos of projects to share.
Just go to the website. Yeah, I quit putting my email address in videos and on live streams because I get too much junk mail. But just go to the website, davegatton.com, click on the little envelope thing, that's the email thing, and just send me a message that way.
He puts my emails in the junk.
Oh.
Yeah, I just I used to put my email. I mean, it's probably not really a secret. Most everybody probably knows it, but I just quit putting it out there because when you put it in a video, it's like out there forever. And you just would not believe. That's what he said right there. My wagon is hitched to yours. That's what he said.
There you go.
But yeah, so just put it. Just go to the website and hit the contact me thing or the envelope button or whatever and send me one.
Can they do it through Facebook?
We will, or you can send it. I really prefer to get them with emails and send the photos as an attachment, but not everybody does them that way. So I usually have to dig them out of the body of the email or get them from Facebook Messenger or someplace like that. Anyway,
like I do.
No, I thought you did them right. I mean, it's just easier for me if they're all in an attachment because I can just highlight it and click save all, and it's easy. And if they put them down in the body of the email, it's a lot bigger hassle. You got to get them one at a time. So, but it's no biggie. I'll show them however I get them. But we'll send those to me in the next time we do a show and tell thing. And I guess we're going to get out of here. We'll start dropping off here now that we've done the drawing. But I do want to thank everybody that's tuned in tonight. We've had a really good crowd here. Thank all the folks that have either done a donation like a super chat or something or joined my channel. I've lost count of how many new members we got tonight, but that's going to be a lot of fun. And don't forget the first live stream. And you'll be able to, when you're a member, you'll be getting stuff you'll see in the community tab, because I'll be posting stuff in the community tab just for the members, so you'll know when all the stuff's going on. But come hang out and watch me play with the laser beam machine back here. It's a lot of fun, and we'll have a good time doing that.
You burn your shirt yet, or your finger?
No, I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sean has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, you'll lean over there to pick out a piece, and you'll notice that your chest is on fire.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Burnt hairs.
I'll start a forest fire if I try that.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here again. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Bob, thank you so much for being on tonight and talking
Thanks
about
for
the
having
Quantum. And it's going to be a heck of a prize for the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge. I want to thank all the folks that have offered up some kind of prize for that. And looking forward to that. Hopefully, in just a few weeks, I'll start getting some videos of people getting out there and doing stuff. So I hope so anyway. And don't forget, CNC, laser, or 3D printer or whatever, as long as it's a CNC, it doesn't have to be a CNC router, although that's kind of how it started, was all with the CNC routers, but we've kind of expanded it and said, because everybody's getting
Plasma cutters are okay too, right?
That's CNC.
Yeah, plasma cutter would be, that would work too. If you wanted to make a steel reindeer or whatever, you could do that. So
Now, if you can combine all of these factors together for one project, that'd be impressive.
yeah, it can be a combination of them. Sure. Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. We will see you all next week if I don't see you on Wednesday night. So everybody have a great weekend. Don't forget, set your stupid clock back tonight. Oh, God, I hate
Is that tonight?
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's tonight.
2
Yeah.
o'clock.
Everybody will wake up tomorrow and won't know what the hell time it is. I hate when we fall back. I hate that.
My phone does it automatically, so I won't even notice.
Yep.
That means, it means tomorrow the clock in my truck is going to be off until March or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, it'll be right again then. So, all right, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Everybody have a good weekend. Take care.